Hello fellow cine enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reels movie review. Today's movie I will be reviewing is one of my all-time favorite movies. I know it backward and forward, word for word, scene for scene. Young Frankenstein, directed by Mel Brooks and starring Gene Wilder and probably one of the greatest comedic casts ever assembled. It takes the dramatic story of Frankenstein and completely flips it, does it 180, and makes it even more memorable than the original story by making it totally, completely hysterical and out of its mind and just crazy, crazy, crazy. It begins with Frederick Frankenstein, or as Frederick likes to pronounce it, Fronkensteen, because he wants nothing to do with his grandfather, Victor Frankenstein. Frederick is also a scientist, but he does not believe in his grandfather's work, as he says, "My grandfather's work was doo-doo!" And he is very reluctant to go to his grandfather's castle somewhere in Europe, but Frederick goes and he meets an absolutely insane cast of characters. You have Igor, it's not Igor, it's pronounced Igor, played by Marty Feldman. Frau Bruche, played by Cloris Leachman. And then you have Madeline Kahn, who is Frederick's fiance. I can't even tell you what happens in this movie because it's just so funny. Every scene in this movie is just beyond quotable. It's beyond entertaining. I don't know what more I can say about it without having to just go on and on. As you can see, I'm sitting here. I love this movie so much. It was one of like the first older movies. I mean, this isn't old to me. Young Frankenstein was made in 1974, but to me, to my young self, it was old. It was in black and white, and I'm like, if this was made in 1974, why is it in black and white? So I had written it off for a while. But then quite a number of years ago, I started getting hardcore into movies, and I went back and I watched Young Frankenstein, and I loved it. It is one of those classic movies in my house, and that we could just watch over and over again, word for word, and we still die laughing every time. Gene Wilder, the man was a genius. Along with Mel Brooks, they created this other story of Frankenstein. There's no way I can even look at the cover of the book of Frankenstein and not think of Frederick Fronkensteen, as Igor calls him at the beginning when they first meet. And, and say, my grandfather's work was doo-doo, things like that, and just Terry Garr rolling around in the hay and, getting stuck behind the bookcase. And if you've never seen this movie, how have you never seen this movie in your life if you're watching this and you've never seen Young Frankenstein? Mel Brooks, like I said, he's just a genius in his direction. He was fantastic. He caught such little nuances in all the actors that he had in his movies, and that is another thing that always made his movies genius, was the actors, and this is just no exception. I mean, you have Madeline Kahn, Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman, Cloris Leachman, and Peter Boyle comes in too, and they're just perfect together. It's almost like Mel Brooks was the Hitchcock of comedy in a way, because he knew what actors, I guess, he wanted, or he just worked well with, and he kept putting them in all of his movies. But Young Frankenstein, I don't know what more I can say about this movie. Hopefully my enthusiasm will make you want to go watch it, but just know that it is one of the most genius movies ever put to film and ever released. One of those genius comedy movies. I would love to know what went through Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder's minds as they were writing and directing this movie. Every joke is so spot on, and one thing about Mel Brooks' movies too is that you really kind of have to listen to all the jokes, because it kind of comes very fast and very quick, or it's very subtle, and you have to watch the actors move, and especially Madeline Kahn. Oh my god, when she first comes in and she actually goes out to where Frederick is at the castle, and that scene is just unbelievable. She's so funny. I hope this review made some sense to you in any way, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Maybe you can talk coherently about Young Frankenstein, and we'll discuss this. We'll discuss Mel Brooks' genius. That's all I want to do, and I can do all day. And if you liked this review and you would like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future movie reviews. And if you guys really like movies and you don't mind reading, check out my movie blog. I've written Young Frankenstein up quite a while ago, and I have a ton more movie reviews on there, so link is down below. Please go check that out. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.